Welcome back, everybody. This is the finals of the ladies here in Houston, Texas for our Saturday coverage. This should be a good one here. I'm looking forward to seeing this one play out on the dartboard. We got Cervantes and Qualls going up against Jeannie and Z. Excuse me. One day I'll pronounce the team name right. Today's not today. We'll keep you updated on those guys in the background, of course.
Getting a look at Megan, part of our queen seat holder.
Jeannie looking at the 1-5-6 here. This will be a big one.
Just on the wrong side of the wires there. This one could get interesting. Coming down the stretch, some big shots. Freeze opportunity. Not going to happen, though, so the 19 can go. Take a 1-0 lead in the first set. In the loser's bracket, Z buries it.
Good stuff there. As they're on a mission right now on the comeback rate.
Yeah, Scott brings up a good point too. The known ability clause is rarely invoked.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it simply has to be reworked. There was some issues that we saw in Chicago that just simply just don't add up. And it's either going to be down to reworking the rule or continuing to educate the staff. Either way, something needs to change there. But, I mean, of course, it's all about redefining terms, right? And Scott Hanish redefined darts on the floor to meaning the player as well when he fell after hitting a 180 floor in this last DPFL event. You see that clip?
I did. Absolutely. who in the darting works has not seen that clip? I didn't know it was him, but I've seen the clip.
That's
for sure.
Scott. That's the Scott Hanish 180 floor extraordinaire. 180 floor for real this time. I was crying. Sean and I were actually, I think, crying.
Google it.
Here we go. Back to the match. Pops the 20Z does. Moves over to the 18s on the aggressive play. I think I would have probably preferred a little bit more conservatism there, but at the end of the day, 35-point advantage and has a number. Nothing wrong there, as Katie's going to have to try to get settled and find a number of her own.
And just as I was talking about Z losing her starting position, she has been throwing excellent.
You know what they say, behind every great woman thrower is mediocre commentary behind the strategy. Is that the saying?
Do they say that?
Was it behind every great man is a greater woman? Isn't that the saying? You ever heard that?
I don't think they say greater.
That's what I say.
Yeah, no. Of course you do.
Was that, fair enough. Fair enough. Back to the match, please.
All right, some good back and forth here in this cricket match. Our queen seat holders not going down without a fight. Do have the smaller number at this point. Z trying to... The women play more aggressive than the men at this point with trying to snatch that open number.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that front there. I mean, you can see it just in the base strategy of how they're playing back and forth. It's a sign of the confidence, and I think it's also just one of those things where it feels like every dart they throw is a statement piece. Now Megan here. Gonna focus on getting a number because if not, this is gonna be a 2-0 dip, and we'll be on to the next set in double time fashion. Just currently the advantage in J and Z right now. Two Amigos, by the way, did win that match. Two Amigos and SS Vending currently going to be playing that third place match now.
Gonna get them started on the other streaming board. You can flip over there, or if this continues to go in a double dip fashion, we'll definitely catch the finals.
Exactly. We're going to stay on this final throughout. Start that third place match. If we get it, we get it. If not, we'll get the final.
Have we ever discussed the format of covering darts?
In what regards?
That it could and maybe should be more in a golf style,
And like,
where like, oh, we're gonna jump over to board 5 where Nick is gonna take a shot at 160. We've got a winning shot over on board 3.
I've never actually heard that discussion, but I can see where you're coming from there. If you guys are curious, there's certain inspirations in this current broadcast brought on by golf, and the fact that I was watching the PGA. I don't watch it very often. I put it on if I want to take a nap. But that picture-in-picture graphic you see, kind of a ripoff of the PGA one that they use, where it's the advertisement playing this in the big window, and the small windows usually a live hole coverage with no commentary. That's actually where that graphics comes from. It basically I took saw the design and inspired from, I should say. So I wouldn't be surprised if we take that as the next evolution there. The hard part with that and what they do so well is the fact that they just have cameras at all those different holes, right?
Yeah. No. There's certainly a barrier to that, but I was just, as I'm looking around at some of the wider shots that we've got here behind the scenes, I was just, it would be very cool to be able to look over to board 4 where somebody's sitting on 160 to see how they do, or record it. That way we know if it goes out, you can jump over there. Hey, we're going to go watch Dick's 160 finish over here on board 4.
Well, everyone in chat agrees with they want the red zone going on. So red zone style, only the big finishing moments and the big scoring rounds. If something like that becomes possible, I would love it. I think the first step is, I've been asking for this feature high on my wish list, is to have a Dart Connect-esque feature on our G3 boards to be able to log into game screens of your friends that are playing in different tournaments and whatnot. So right now you could log in from board 1 through 60 in this tournament hall and be able to watch the game screen. I think that would be the first step in that evolution. Certainly possible. I think if you were going to do that, I think it would be about getting boards with really nice cameras built into them and doing something along those lines. Down to the wire. Genie and Z.
Bulls on bulls on bulls.
Bulls on parade. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. We're going to get another set of darts here in this ladies final here. So here we go, underway here in this ladies' second set of the final.
Yeah, getting blanked. Our queen seat holders going to want to get a leg on the board. They do have the throw here to start. Be a good opportunity to do it.
Katie going to get going on the bulls here. A little bit wayward on that second dart and doesn't find one on the board. Was Z already getting a low ton to get things going? Jeannie just needs to try to find something of her own. But then again, there's your opening. Jeannie, after all the hype up there, does not find the bull. So a bit of a let off. Megan's going to try to go ahead and put some pressure on this by getting to the first one at a finish here. Good last start does leave the 1-5-6. It's not an easy finish. It's not a bull first finish. But in fact, it is a finish. That has to be worth something. Serious question here.
Look at her loaded up.
That was a beautiful shot. Do you think matching jerseys help? Do you think that gives you like an inherent buff on the dartboard?
Yeah, no, I do not think it is an inherent buff. I love the game speak. Yeah, no. It's the only time that I was into it is when it was like gimmicky, like where there was like the Only Dad's hat.
Okay.
That's DJ and I would wear those together. I mean, we just got them, but I could see us wearing those to a tournament.
I could see that. I also sometimes see the other extreme with players that go as crazy as to match, like Mike Porterfield matches his shoes to his flights to his jersey. They all match when he throws. I wonder if he thinks about it when it doesn't.
Oh yeah, well, and the other thing, I mean, you can go down a complete rabbit hole there. Like people that throw like red, white, and blue flights.
Yep, the order.
You're like they throw the red one first and the blue ones for the finish and blah. Oh no. I don't need any of that in my life.
And that's why all my equipment usually matches, and if not, it's Frankenstein in a way where I don't think about it because I broke too many tips or too many shafts that day.
Yeah, no. If I had like one red tip left and the other two were still black, yeah, no way. I'm just switching to all red then.
Really?
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't need any of that in my life.
No bad juju there. 64 is the look here for Z. Go all 16s, can go 14 bull. You went 14 bull, that's fine. That's also fine. That's not as fine.
Oh! Now the danger here, big shot from Katie. And Jeannie's going to have to mind her P's and Q's. Or that may be the last shot Z gets at a finish.
Yeah, Katie needs to reel in something here, and this is not enough right now.
Yeah, but it's not happening. I mean, good last.
Oh, that's our first kick. That hasn't happened yet. Our first kick of the board cam.
I thought she hit the board so hard.
Oh, a double kick?
Who's doing it?
Don't worry.
Super sleuthing.
I'm looking. I see some people near it.
All right, 2 bulls will freeze. There's 1. There's 2. There's the freeze. The 64, no chance now. Maybe bull 10? 48.
Yeah, you're going like double top, trip 14.
Yeah.
Something along those
Trip
lines.
14, probably the safest.
He agreed. 145 can go, though. She needs to focus on trying to unfreeze Megan here.
So Jeannie needs to take this out or get below 35. Oh, 60. 60 coming in. Oh, it's not going to happen.
And that's hard, right? Because if you go for the win and you hit it, that's great. If you hit only a single, you can't freeze. It's such a tough decision. I think there she was a little bit of a split mind with that dart kind of being right in the middle.
Oh, and she doesn't hit it.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. That's the wrong number. Trip 13 now has an opportunity.
Yeah, but the very rare unfreeze for Z. Trip 7.
Yeah, Trip 7's tricky in this scenario. You can't risk the bus. You have to drill it, and she does drill it. They're now 1 leg away, 3 legs straight so far in this final.
Yes, could be a double dip, 4 legs straight if they go one more. Megan jumps up to the line. Ready to get this started. Nick, what do you think? Are the guys started yet?
I think I don't know if they had to move to a different port or what's happening there. I'm not exactly sure. Unfortunately, we're at the Liberty, but I also do have goodish bad news in the fact that right now we just got confirmation from our friend Alberto here that's been working the internet with us. We've still been having continued issues, and he said that they might have to do a reset here, and this might be our last match of the day. So that is what we're going to see here. We're going to see how that plays out. So just a heads up, folks, if that does end up happening. We don't want to jinx anything while we do have the current connection up, but if we have to do a reset, I'm not sure if we'll be able to get back in time for that non-pro final. We'll try our best, though. Jeannie and Z, 2-number advantage. You get things going here. It's the matching jerseys. It has to be. What else could it be?
I do like that they're like color coordinated to hypothetically their own favorite color, so they're not exactly the same.
That's fair. We are exactly the same right now. Pretty much, almost.
Yeah. No. We could work for like a landscaping company.
That's what my dad does.
We could with the bright orange shirts too.
Oh yeah, get a high vis vest in there, and we're sold.
Yeah. Said I look like I worked at Target yesterday with my red shirt. Maybe this is like Best Buy or something.
Oh, that's fair. I could rock a Geek Squad for sure.
Yes, you could.
Hey.
What? I finally agreed with you today.
We're making progress. It's okay. You're going to listen to Midwest Emo later while eating barbecue, so that's all that matters.
You know what? Deal. I'm in. Can look out the window that's facing to the outside.
Let a tear roll down the cheek.
The double front bottoms or whatever it is.
Double front bottoms is crazy. The front bottoms.
The front bottoms.
They haven't made a second one yet. They're still together. Megan has an opportunity here. If I find a first start trip here, I'm going to pop a single 20 and debatably even the 19s.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you need something to kind of spur yourself on right now because right now you're in danger of losing those 4 legs straight.
And that's no fun feeling, especially when you had such a strong performance in the queen seats.
Yeah, you've done the hard work, and it all gets undone right at the finish line. There it is, Z shutting it down. Again, literally after I said, hey, Z doesn't need to be going first, she has led this team literally in every leg since then.
But that also, if anything, what that statement says is that while we do have our opinions on the matter, and sometimes our opinions can be even correct at times, it's not always 100% the truth because, frankly, these players and these partners know each other better than we will ever, unless it's someone that is our own partner or close friend.
Well, yeah, we get a snapshot, and we have to make sometimes broad assumptions from those from that snapshot.
And sometimes we get them right, sometimes we get them wrong. The amount of people that have come up to me and said, hey, you pointed out something with my dart stroke or my strategy that I worked on after. Even Doug Bain said that about you and I.
Oh, yeah. In his match against Porterfield?
Yeah, from New York last year. So for every one of those, there's also people that said, you said this and you were so wrong. So it's a good 50-50.
Here comes Megan. Oh, she does take a whack. Doesn't go in. Oh, Z finds the double. Finds the triple. Shanghai 120.
Beautiful shot there.
Yeah, Katie needs to do some work on this 17. If she finds some troubles, will she take a shot?
I really want to see a single 20. Her partner wants to see a single 20, but she finds a 3 in the bed.
Now we're heating up. Now we're heating up. Pile and a half of 17s. Pressure back on Jeannie.
Bada bing, bada boom goes to 17s.
Oh, and Jeannie's turn. Shake of the head. Not happy. Only 20. So 3 fat darts here from Katie to close up the open wounds. Oh, and it's not going to happen. At least in that fashion. Can she find a treble? Yes, she can, but it's 4 points. So Z lives on the 19s now.
Yeah, needs to find at least a 5 mark to tie up the scoreline here. Make it chalk. That's exactly what it is. The only slight advantage to the team that holds the 19s over the 17s, but this is as even as it gets. This is more of the performance we expected to see from both teams now, really coming into form.
Katie, 4 trebles, 5 trebles in a row. That's where the streak ends, but that's all she needed.
Yeah, those were some dang good trebles. Fine, those are the perfect 5 pretty much. Great play from her, really coming alive. Combined 7.6 to the other team's combined 2.4. Really starting to outgun them here. This may very well go down to a last leg decider that was very much almost a 2-0 win in 4 straight legs. This is now still any girl's game.
Another big shot from Megan. 102-point deficit for Z as she steps up here. It's looking like we're going to see our first leg of 501 in this final. It's going to be for all the marbles.
We want to give you guys a heads up because of those internet issues. Like I said, this will be our last match of today. Fortunately, we wanted to get that amateur bracket finished up with us, but with all these internet issues, it just doesn't seem like it's in the cards. And as far as for that bonus coverage of mixed triples, we will be recording that one offline also for the same reasons with the internet issues. But, of course, we'll try to post out some of those matches when we can. So do have a heads up, guys, on that one.
Three bulls and a trip 15 away from that deciding leg here in the final. Megan doing the right thing, just trying to get that shutdown with the lead that she's got. Z needs 9 to pressure.
Finds 3, but doesn't really add any pressure here. Katie, who's been red hot in this leg, and try to take advantage. Pop that 15, and then can go right onto the Bulls here. A decent amount of separation, 78 points in difference.
Snags another 17.
Doesn't push the bull, but he gets you style points.
Yeah, no, I don't hate it. I'd point my mom. Yeah, double bull, just not enough here. Megan, after a very solid leg, 3 bulls to bring us home. What?
Nowhere near round out. It is a 25 round limit, so you're not. That one does, I guess, push the bull, but there's no real need to push the bull there with 2 numbers and a significant point lead. I don't agree with the shot selection there.
And again, just as I said, the women are very more aggressive, or much more aggressive when it comes to taking the number. They're throwing for 102 point lead. Okay, what's going on now?
Going for the 200 point limit. This is almost a statement of some kind here.
Yeah, this feels personal.
It does. This really does.
I mean, as far as Jeannie and Z are concerned, I never took any offense to quote unquote overpointing. I don't know that actually exists, because if you're throwing at points, you're not winning the game. So it's more trips to the board as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and again, they're nowhere near the round out where I would say that that's a strategical consideration here. And this time does go for the 2 bulls grabs. Now, I mean, 5 bulls to close that distance down. If anything, they kind of lost ground doing that.
Yeah, well, and it also gave your opponent additional shots at what you're going to shoot in the final leg.
And additional motivation to try to kick your teeth in on the dartboard.
Yeah.
He just won the bull here. That one definitely slipped away.
Yeah, no, that was not at another point. That was trying to finish it up.
Single 16 does take away the game shot, but single bull wins you the game. Does just grab the single bull. Here we go. The full distance. We already saw one set go towards the way of Jeannie and Z. So Cervantes and Qualls will have to win it here. They did fight for this leg. They demanded this opportunity, and now they must seize it.
The all-important cork.
Doing a 360 on the way to the diddle.
Yeah, Z spinning around there. Some banter between teammates there. And the right decision was made. That is a good-looking cork.
Hanging at
certainly beatable. Lots of room to get inside of.
a tough one nonetheless. That was a good response there, but doesn't go.
So our double dippers will have the start in the deciding leg. 501 stacked will be the game. Some aiming juice for Jeannie, sorry.
Aiming fluid. Because they're machines.
Point taken.
And Z, to get things going, does not find a bull. Early opportunity, not taking advantage of the diddle.
Is there a proper term for hitting the vape right before?
Yeah, that's called in the vape. Not all good. Smoking the exhaust? No, that doesn't work. Yeah, just in the vape. Mine's a bull.
Back to the match.
Back to the match. There you go. That was good. There you go. Jeannie wants to show us what she was doing earlier before this finals match. What she was doing was in that 4th and 3rd place, straight up just winning. That was the strategy. If she channels those bulls and the way she was hitting them earlier, she's a threat. Only one bull here means the advantage can be taken away as Katie's looking to do that right here.
Yeah, body language not good. Katie coming off a couple of nice shots, whether they were completely needed or not. She was accurate on the 17 for score at the tail end of the last leg. So
in the 5
confidence is high. Yeah.
So, yeah, and even there, that looked like it was going to be a hat trick and just was 2 bulls based off the deflection. And now the advantage is taken. Again, one of these things where we saw this earlier with the Pro-Am, but to go and win the first set and have advantage in the dip and then to have it come taken away from underneath you is one of the most infuriating feelings, and they need to make sure to not be thinking about any of those things I just said out loud. You have to just throw through it.
Oh, and that's a really good dart. To get underneath there, find the corner of that bullseye. No finish. Oh, after that first dart, expected Jeannie to fill it up. But again, 85 points clear, plus these.
Katie having trouble finding the bull at the wrong time. She's all over it. Does leave a finish. 139's no gimme. Z needs to collect on the low ton plus right now. 2 bulls and a good fallout is mandatory on this turn.
Oh, big shot. Big shot coming in. Whoa. Look at this, no reaction from behind.
Ice in the veins.
Bull, trip 13. The only thing I do like about the leave here, so 130 can't do it in 2 darts.
But needs to regroup. 125 is no gimme either. That's still a bull and a triple required in that outshot. Great recollect there from Megan. You got to give credit where credit's due.
So 125 for the title. Shots on.
The 15s. Went for the 19s instead.
Chucks it. 62 if they come back. First, they're going to have to fade 30 from Katie. Double 15. Is it trip 10? Is it 15-15? Is it 10-10-10?
Who knows?
Is it 10-20?
Ooh. Got to recompose, though. You have to shoot this. This is the hardest dart to throw, the winning one. In the finals. And she gets it there. And you can see what it means to them. Big win there. And the absolute frustration on the other side of the ball. But you can see them giving some love to each other, giving some hugs. But that was a huge, huge collect there.